Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Next English. I'm Molly.
And I'm Matt. Hello, Molly. It's good to be here for our next lesson.
It's good to have you, Matt. Today we are on part 3 of our special series where we are following a story about a road trip.
That's right. In part 1, we focused on the vocabulary, and in part 2, we looked at the grammar. What is our focus for today?
Today we're focusing on one of my favorite topics, pronunciation.
Pronunciation. This is a very important topic. It's what helps us sound clear and natural.
It is. We're going to continue with the same story from our last episodes, but this time we will stop and analyze or look at some interesting pronunciation features from the B1, B2, and C1 levels.
That sounds like a great plan. And for everyone listening, a good way to practice is to try to shadow Molly. That means you try to speak at the same time, copying her rhythm, or you can just listen and then pause and repeat.
Exactly. But first, a quick and friendly reminder.
Yes. If you enjoy our lessons and find them helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and share it with a friend. We really appreciate your support.
We do. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Matt, let's work on our pronunciation. Part 1, B1 pronunciation. I'll read the next part of the story. Please listen or try to shadow me. I woke up feeling refreshed and ready to go. After a quick breakfast, I jumped in the car and set off. The landscape was incredible, so I stopped at lots of viewpoints to take photos.
That's a nice, clear sentence. What's the first pronunciation point we should look at?
Let's look at the word feeling. This word has a long E vowel sound.
E.
E. How do we make that sound?
To make the E sound, your jaw is quite closed and your lips spread out, almost like you're smiling. E. Feeling.
What happens if we make that sound short?
That's a great question. If we relax our lips and make the sound short, we get the I sound, as in the word filling.
So feeling, long sound, and filling, short sound. They are two different words.
They are. And this is why long and short vowel sounds are so important. They can change the meaning of a word completely. Let's practice a few pairs. Repeat after me. Sheep. Ship.
Sheep. Ship.
Got it. Cheap. Chip.
Cheap.
Chip. Heat. Hit.
Heat. Hit.
That's a very clear difference.
It is. Now let's look at another part of that sentence. Refreshed and ready to go.
What's the tip here?
When we speak naturally, we don't use the strong forms of small words like and or to. We use weak forms.
Weak forms? You mean we say them softly and quickly?
Exactly. We use a weak, relaxed vowel sound called the schwa. It just sounds like
So instead of refreshed and ready to go,
it sounds like refreshed, done, ready to go. To make this sound, just relax your face, open your jaw a little, and use as little effort as possible.
It's very common for learners to use the strong forms all the time, which can sound a little robotic.
It can. Let's practice a few weak forms. Repeat after me. And. An.
And. An.
To. To.
To.
And of.
Of. This is very helpful. Okay, let's hear the next part of our B1 story.
Here it is. Listen or shadow me. I drove towards Glencoe, following a route the cottage owner had said was her favorite.
Okay, I noticed 2 words in there. Towards and favorite. How did you pronounce them?
In my British accent, I often remove the sound in the middle of these words. This is called syncopation or syncope.
So towards, 2 syllables, becomes,
Towards, one syllable.
and favorite, 3 syllables, becomes.
Favorite, two syllables.
This is very common in British English. Other examples are camera becoming camera and family becoming family.
It is. And one last tip from that sentence. Listen to how the words owner and had sound together. The cottage owner had said.
Owner had, ownerad. It sounds like you're adding an R sound.
It does, doesn't it? What's happening is two things. First, I am dropping the H sound from the word had. This is very common in fast speech for small grammar words.
So owner had becomes ownerad. The cottage ownerad said.
That's it. It's these little links and dropped sounds that make speech flow so smoothly. Part 2, B2 pronunciation.
This is great. Okay, let's move on to the B2, or upper intermediate level. What happens next in the story?
Here we go. Listen or shadow me. By mid-morning, I'd reached a stunning loch surrounded by nothing but mountains and trees. Rain had been forecast, but the sky had stayed clear, so I hiked up the sunny hillside for a better view of the wonderful countryside.
That's a nice, clear sentence. I noticed a lot of contractions. You didn't say I had, rain had, or sky had.
That's right. I used the contracted form. I'd, rained, and skied. Using these contractions is very important for a natural English rhythm. Saying I had reached is very clear, but it can sound a bit formal or slow.
I'd reached, rained been forecast, skied stayed clear. It makes the sentences flow much better.
It does. Now let's look at another vowel sound. This one is the short U sound, which sounds like
What words from the story have this sound?
We heard it in stunning, nothing, sunny, wonderful, and countryside.
Stunning, nothing, sunny, wonderful, and countryside. To make that sound, my jaw's a little open, my lips are relaxed, and the sound comes from the back of my throat.
That's a very good description. A common mistake is to pronounce countryside as countryside.
But it's countryside. Countryside.
Yes, let's practice a few of those words. Repeat after me. Nothing. Wonderful. Countryside.
That's a very common sound. Okay, let's hear the next part of our B2 story.
Here it is. Listen or shadow me. As I continued along the road with its endless twists and turns, each vista was more breathtaking than the last. The gentle autumn sun made the landscape dreamy. Striking mountains reflected perfectly in picturesque lochs surrounded by rust-colored woodland.
That was a beautiful description, but I noticed some sounds seemed to be missing. You didn't say endless, you said
Endless. The D sound disappeared. This is a pronunciation feature called elision.
elision. Is that when a sound is dropped or omitted?
Yes, to make the word easier to say. We often drop the T or D sounds when they are between two other consonant sounds.
So let's look at the examples. Endless became,
Endless,
twists became,
twists,
landscape became,
landscape,
and perfectly became,
perfectly,
and rust-colored became.
rust-colored. Exactly. It's not a rule, but it's very common in natural, fast speech.
You also mentioned the word last. This is another big difference between British and American accents.
It is. In my British accent, I use a long ah sound.
Ah.
So last becomes lost.
I'm actually an American, so we'd use the short ah sound like last.
In my British accent, I use a long ah sound, ah.
Ah, my mouth is open wide, like at the dentist. Lost.
Ah, lost.
Ah, lost.
Ah, contrast.
Ah, pass.
Ah, pass.
Ah, contrast.
Ah, after.
Ah, after.
Ah, lost.
Ah, lost. This is a key sound for a modern British accent. Okay, what is the final part of our story?
Here it is. Let's listen. Finally,
Here it is. Let's listen. Finally, I reached a remote beach by the coast and was utterly lost for words. It was simply superb.
In that sentence, I heard another interesting T sound. You said remote beach and it was. It wasn't a hard T sound.
That's right. That is the glottal stop.
The glottal stop. We've talked about this before. It's the little catch in your throat, like in uh-oh.
Yes. In my modern British accent, I often replace the T sound at the end of a word with this glottal stop. So remote becomes remote. Remote.
So remote beach with a T sound.
Remote beach.
And now with the glottal stop.
Remote beach.
Let's try it was.
It was. It was. It was.
It's a very subtle but very common feature.
And one final sound in the word superb. It has the sound.
Like in word or early.
Yes. To make it, you can imagine you saw something a little bit, Your mouth is very relaxed. Let's practice. Word. Superb.
It's a very common sound.
Final thoughts. And outro. And that's the end of our pronunciation lesson. We've covered a lot today, from long and short vowels to weak forms, linking, and even the glottal stop.
That was a great deep dive, Molly. And for everyone listening, please don't feel you have to master all of this at once. The first step is just to listen and start to notice these features.
That's the best advice. The more you notice them, the more your own pronunciation will naturally improve.
This was a lot of fun. We hope this lesson was helpful for you.
Yes, thank you all for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this episode. And for today's comment, tell us, which English pronunciation sound is the most difficult for you?
Ooh, a good question. Is it the TH sound, the R sound, the ah vowel? Let us know. We would love to read your comments.
Until next time, keep practicing.
And have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.